So I'm going to comment here a little bit on what Robina Courtin once said to me, and I've adapted it to how I perceive the mindfulness movement as well. So Robina Courtin, who is an infamous Buddhist nun, she has worked with prisoners on death row and has written books, done films, etc. A film called Chasing Buddha, etc. She's quite well regarded. Anyway, I've been lucky enough to come into contact with Robina several times in my lifetime, and one of the things that she said to me that really stuck with me was that she said, "Joey, we are all sense junkies. We're just relentlessly going after what looks nice, what smells nice, what sounds pretty, and all we're doing is kind of wrapped up in this kind of world of senses, and we've become junkies to it because that's all we care about. It's getting what we want." And it's a very powerful statement, that. And coupled with this quote from Lama Jemputaya, who's another infamous Western scholar, who's a Buddhist teacher, he said that we are forever chasing happiness in the forgetfulness of pleasure. But when we get the pleasure, we quickly find that it's not enough. And so the sense junkies and the forever chasing pleasure, only to find it in the forgetfulness of pleasure. Oh, well, I've messed that up, haven't I? Forever chasing happiness in the forgetfulness of pleasure. I thought, wow, a really powerful quote too that really struck me. And I personally can see how I've participated in that and continue to do so, but also how it can be linked to this modern well-being movement. So I've likened the mindfulness movement, if they're just completely, because it can be quite self-indulgent, constantly following the breath. It can be quite narrow, and it's all about my moment, and I want everything around to be all nice and peaceful, and I call this the breath junkies. I call these people the breath junkies, and that's a bit naughty, but you can blame Robina because she started me off on that. And that's who you think that the whole world will be solved if we just follow the breath, and that we don't need to do any other practices, that mindfulness is it. So that too is what I am against a little bit. So it's recognizing the beauty of mindfulness, what it can do, but also implementing other things that make it a bit more profound. And one such thing is equanimity. So equanimity is a direct antidote for being a breath junkie or a sense junkie, or someone that's trapped in the hamster wheel of hedonism and constantly just trying to please themselves in whatever format we find enjoyable, but actually still feeling this deep down sense of hollowness, kind of dissatisfaction. And so equanimity, with the sustained motivation behind it of being compassionate to yourself and others, and just heightening your own awareness to how you are in each and every moment, adds a little bit more depth to well-being, in my opinion.